only 5 and 20. Oh, that just means you've been waiting a while for this news. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I think some of you already know what it is, but we'll wait for more people to come in. If you're wondering what the news is, I'll tease you with a hint. The answer is probably right in front of you. Just look next to the chat box, like where the send button is. All right, I'm not gonna wait anymore because you guys were cool enough to show up within the first 2.5 minutes. So, yeah, the news is I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Like, I can't believe this is real. But I'm monetized again here on YouTube. Um, I don't know how. Again, Tweeter girl just walked in.
Hey.
That. Yeah. So, been trying to become a YouTube partner again since 2009, and not the coughing that wasn't included in the story, but yeah. So most of you guys know the story. Like 2009, my partnership was turned off for. I still don't have the answer. Honestly, I don't. But yeah. So we are monetized once again. We are once again YouTube partners. It's crazy to think about, but for the record, like it's not about the ad revenue, especially not after 15 years. At this point, it's all about being able to say I'm back, right? Um, like I will take whatever pennies I get from this, and I will bathe in those pennies, and I will say, "Look at me, I'm Mr. Penny Bather Man." Like that is that is the extent I will go. Like the point is like this is it's not about that. It's just the fact that it actually is happening once again, which I still find it bizarre that it's actually a real thing. So no, I'm not, definitely not gonna be quitting my day job. You can't make a living off of YouTube unless you're Mr. Beast. Um, man, this is just crazy. Like to think the monetization tab in my account is working again. I've been waiting for months. Some of you knew that I've been waiting for months to hear back about monetization, and I think it's been pending since about October of last year. And I finally reached out to YouTube on Twitter because that's how you get a hold of YouTube. You had to like ping them on Twitter, and I was like, "Hey, been waiting since October. It's almost 6 months. My AdSense account's about to turn off. That's how long I've been waiting. So like, what's the holdup?" And they literally said it was something on the back end that didn't flip, some switch that didn't flip or whatever. You know how computer systems be. But the moment I heard back from that, the monetization tab was live on my account in maybe 2 days. So yeah, I'm not gonna get rich off this, but obviously it's gonna help with scoring the electronic goods to review for you fine people. Which also means I got to make sure I'm on better behavior when it comes to managing my language on lives, especially. Now I'm pretty good about that. You know who's bad about that?
Mm-hmm.
Gamer X.
Mm-hmm.
He was bad about that. I no matter how many times I would correct him, he would drop certain words every night. I'm like, stop. Like, I wasn't even monetized. I was just trying to like not be that kind of like edgy gamer because that's so early 2000s. But
I think the one you really have to watch out for is Sammy.
oh yeah, he's got a sailor mouth. So yeah, we are monetizing. We're at 33 viewers. That is insane. Um, when's the last time I had a stream with 33 people? And like, I did feel bad giving this stream kind of like a clickbaity title. Like, I think I did like big news after 15 years or something like that. But like, come on, dude, it's 15 years. Like, there's people that commit felonies that get less time than that. Like, been like in YouTube purgatory. Yeah, I don't know why they ever shut off the partnership in the first place. I'll never have an answer for that. I don't think. Um, literally the only thing I know about it is invalid click activity, and I say that with big air quotes, right? Invalid click activity. That was the original thing in 2009. I still don't know what that means to this day. I've asked them for details. It doesn't matter. The point is, those appeals went nowhere. But here we are, 15 years later. Jesus, tap dancing Christmas. I had to literally stop myself from swearing. um,
You have to come up with seasonal swears.
oh yeah, we discussed seasonal swears one time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I figured I would just for tonight's stream I'll just be a little selfish and play Splatoon because it's my favorite game. I figured I'll play my favorite game with some big news. I don't know. I think some of you like Splatoon, but I'm actually gonna go get one of those zero sugar sodas. Excuse me.
In the meantime, Sammy can take over the microphone. Watch out.
No, he's not like. I don't think Sammy's as bad as that sports broadcaster that got caught with the hot mic a few years ago. He said that very naughty thing about the city. I can't say what it was, but it was naughty enough to get him fired, and it did. Nah, I never even 1 million subs. I never even got 100,000, so I never got that plaque even.
Hashtag make Tweeterman go viral. Woo!
Oh boy. Liz might bring up some burps, but it is what it is. I still can't believe how many people tell me like they grew up on my stuff and whatnot. It's insane to me. Um, well, we're gonna keep riding this train and just jump on into some Splatoon because we have 32 people here. Sheesh Louise. Do that. Adjust the volume there. I don't want you guys getting double audio. There we go. I don't need the audio on my end as much as you guys need it on your end. By the way, if the audio is... Oh, man. No, but I still have the U-Force, though. I still have it in the box and everything. Let me know if the audio levels are off. Like, if the game is too much louder than me, or if I'm too much louder than the game, which you all lost, by the way. So just go ahead and stay in the chat if I need to change the volume. Sorry about the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'll say what I always say. You guys know there's better YouTube channels out there, right? But all right, you seem to like this one, so thank you. Can I at least, now that we're partnered up again, YouTube, can you now at least give me an award for like most consistent YouTuber? Like not in terms of schedule, I mean in terms of content style. Like I'm never gonna go multicam setup like the what's like unbox therapy, where you're like unboxing $10,000 phones with 8 different camera angles and you got a whole crew in a studio. No, that's not gonna be Tweeterman. It's never gonna be Tweeterman. The whole point is I'm just some guy with some stuff in front of a camera that I think is funny, and I want to show you guys. Oops. Thinking about it, I would not be surprised if there's a way to hook up a U-Force to a Switch. Through the use of 5 adapters and plugs, I'm assuming someone somewhere has done it. I was just talking about that guy earlier on YouTube, James, the one that put a CRT TV in his Game Boy. Gave it a 2.5 minute battery life. That's the kind of random stuff I think is cool. Wow, this round of salmon run was terrible. Never mind, we made it just in time. Wow. That was not a time to need a sip of my soda, but boy, did I want it. Yeah, for those who don't know, I used to drink seltzer a lot, but I don't know, I got kind of bored of seltzer. Now I drink zero sugar soda. I was drinking regular soda for a while, but honestly, like the taste of the sugar gets to be too much after a while. Um, like I had some Mountain Dew Voltage, which I like, but I can't find the zero sugar stuff. And eventually, you have two of those, you feel sick. But a zero sugar, I could drink these like seltzer, but they taste like soda without the guilt. Not sponsored. Yep, that was a gamble and it worked. Can we get him too? My friend. Oh god, my friend. My friend. Give me that. I feel like I was playing an early 2000s meme in my head, and now I don't remember what the meme was. So I feel like it was something from the YTM&D days or something. If you're old enough to remember that. Then again, some of you were telling me you were 5 in the year 2010, so that's probably a long shot. Yeah, in 2010, I was 4 years deep into my YouTube channel. Um, I do like the idea of doing a video about like my collection, where people show off their game consoles and all that. But the problem is, all my game consoles are all in different places, so it's just kind of awkward. Like they're not all in one room. Like it's not like the Angry Video Game Nerd. Um, some are in one room, some are in a different room, some are in a box. So it's just what we're playing right now or what we got room for the time being. Can't have all that stuff hooked up. It's too much.
Yeah, sometimes we even rotate out what we have hooked up.
I know, like right now, HDMI 3, we keep rotating between the Wii and the N64. I got one of those N64 HDMI adapter thingies. Oops. And that collab I did on the microwave show, that was a cool time. I don't know if you've ever seen that. That's from like 2008. I did a collab with these YouTubers. They did a show called "Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This?" And the show is exactly what it sounds like. And I did a guest intro for one of the episodes remotely, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
because I donated a thing of Jiffy Pop for them to microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out I thought it was going to do more with all the aluminum foil and stuff. Turns out it barely doesn't do much of anything in the microwave. Unless it touches the side, like the metal handle touches the side, but in the middle, no, it barely does anything. Doesn't even pop the popcorn. But yeah, young me, where I still had most of my hair and a higher voice, I came on and did a guest introduction like, welcome to Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This? Oh yeah, that was another bit of news recently where I didn't I didn't redo the website, right? Because I don't. The website outgrew its purpose, what with Discord now being a thing. Um, but I did recently get the URL back, tweetermanreviews.com. So now that URL, I have it forwarding to my Patreon instead of redirecting to some random car sales lot in South Carolina. Or I think years and years ago, one time I went to that URL after I gave up ownership of it. I think I actually got a fake Microsoft pop up from it at one point. Not gonna lie, that made me a little disappointed. I'm like, I shouldn't have let the domain go. But it was for sale and I got it back. I'm never letting it go. People legit still ask me, like, what happened to the website? I tell them, it outgrew its purpose, but you know what? The website name is in so many old videos that it's just nice knowing that a website that's not plattered over 200 plus YouTube videos isn't redirecting to somewhere shady. I know it wasn't like my fault, but I always felt like kind of slightly guilty about that. Like, I got all these people going to a shady website. I think I was considered retro and I started seeing more of my forehead. I still have my Cybicos too. The batteries are absolutely shot in all of them, but at least I know they're replaceable if I want to. At least they're way more replaceable than they used to be when I was first interested in like restoring them. I think that's why I like the Playdate console so much because the Playdate really reminds me of the Cyberco. Someone said, Palm Pre, you complained that you cannot remove the NASCAR app. Yeah, it sounds like something I would say. It's story checks out. I had the Windows 3.1 unboxing featured on Gizmodo at one point. I don't know how because I didn't submit it. Now, I know a fan did submit it to Gizmodo and they did a story on it, but I don't remember who that was. This was a long time ago. I feel like, what's his name? Like Draco or something? I forget the person that. Anyway, I remember who it was, but that was cool. That gave the video a couple extra views, that's for sure. You guys know I had I kid you not, you know who wanted to do a sponsorship with me recently? Again? Well, I never did one, but they tried to reach out to me again. Raid Shadow Legends. I'm not kidding. I think I just told them like 2 words. I'm good. You'll never see me talking about Raid in a serious capacity. It'll always be to mock that predatory marketing. And they're all just the same dang type of game. Gee Louise. We lost by 1 egg. Ugh. I'll come back at salmon run later. I wanted to do a flawless salmon run so I could see the king salmonid, but we'll do this for later. No, I want to go to professional +1, please. Thank you. So that's one thing I'll never do as a YouTuber. What else? I'll never. I'll never. Especially now that I'm monetized, right? I'll never do the. Make sure you click the like button to make sure the algorithm knows you want to see more videos like this. It really helps us out on our channel. No, nope, never. That's what it's like. That's literally what it's like. And like they tell you, they want you to have thumbnails. They want you for algorithm purposes. They want you to have those clickbaity thumbnails where you're like, it's a headshot of you looking like being that goofy happy face. Like that's how they want you to be.
Yucky.
I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Hey guys, we're gonna show you this pop station here, but first you want to just go ahead and click subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell.
That's really annoying.
Mm-hmm. I do a pretty dang good impression of it too. I've seen way too much of it. Isn't it amazing? I'm monetized on YouTube for the first time in 15 years. What do? I come on here and make fun of YouTubers.
Very ironic.
It's ironic and like, oh god. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? I'm gonna do this. All right. So those of you that play Splatoon know. You know when you have a turf war and you got that guy that's going crazy with the recons, putting the squid beacons everywhere, and they have a bunch of super sub power ups attached to them. Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that obnoxious guy. Guys, obviously, I see where Diego said they want to be number 1 on trending. Guys, we got to get this stream number 1 on trending. This needs to end up on the homepage of YouTube. So we're gonna get this up to like I don't know what, like 1 billion viewers. That shouldn't be too hard. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Everybody who's watching the stream right now, all 18 of you, you're going to send a mass text to everybody in your phone book, on your phone, and tell them to check out my stream. And then for all those people that you text, tell them we need another 1,000 people. Sounds like I'm setting up a botnet. Actually, no, wait, never mind, because that's just the long version of saying share this video. Never mind. Let it get views on its own. Night Streak is here. Guess what, Night Streak? We're monetized again. YouTube partnership once again. I know, it's like a very delayed Christmas miracle. Oh, God. There we go. I was disabling the preview on my end. I don't need the preview anymore. Again, guys, if the audio needs to be adjusted, just please let me know, because if I don't know, then I don't know, and I can't adjust it. So if I'm too loud, or if the game's way too loud compared to me, we are so back, chat. I'm already making that ad revenue. There's no game audio the whole time. Somebody in the chat finally just said there's been no game audio. They were able to hear it from Echo, but they're like, yeah, I think you have the game muted. I did. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, I did have the capture card audio up. It was just really low. My apologies. No, I'm gonna be honest. I had it off. I accidentally had it muted. My bad. I'm just gonna be straight. Oh my god! I thought we was on my turf. I thought I was on my turf. I was really playing with fire there. Yeah, got the web domain back. Oh, how much did it cost to get the site back? 20 bucks. Like 12 something for the URL, and then fees and such. And yep, 20 bucks. I got it back. Best 20 bucks I ever spent. In fact, we did a stream a few weeks ago where I wish I could remember their name, but somebody actually donated the $20 because I told the story, and then they sent the donation. They were like, "Here, now you can cover the cost of it." Game audio seems good though. Is the game too much louder than me? Oh no, Night Freak. I'm gonna be a good boy with my language. Wait, there's a lot of news going on for the channel. Like, I got the domain back, YouTube partnership once again, and scammers tried to get in my account 3 times in a month. It's pretty good.
And you're free
Yeah, heard from Raid Shadow Legends. Yep. Told them no. Don't even know what they were offering. Just told them no. I don't know. Someone did say with Raid sponsorship money, if I took it, because we are not sponsored. Just want to make that clear. With that money, I could reopen Radio Shack and call it Cougar Chat. I'm not hating the idea. Well, I'm not hating the idea of Cougar Shack. I'm just hating the idea of Raid. It only took since 2009 to come back. God, you guys act like that was like a long time or something. Like, come on, it was only 15 years. Grow up, okay? Right? You know what I hate? The less sponsorships I did, I tried to make them as organic as I could, because some sponsorships, they're really shoehorned in so clumsily, and it's like, like, you did not even care that my time just got interrupted for your ad that you just put there. Like, no, I try to, like, make at least a self-aware joke or something, instead of just, you put it in. Like, no, that just, to me, that says you don't respect the viewer's time. I know that. That really is the question of the evening, isn't it, Night Freak? Why did the channel lose monetization to begin with? I don't know. I really don't. This isn't like some Dr. Disrespect scenario where, like, he does know, but, like, he has lawyers that say he can't talk. Like, no, I really honestly don't know. I don't even have lawyers. Like, I've never had a lawyer in my life. I've never been in a scenario where I needed a lawyer. But yeah, I legitimately don't know. All I know about it is 3 words: invalid click activity. That's all I know. I wish I had more details than that. You would think I had more details than that, especially after 15, 16 years by the end of this year. But I don't. But yeah, you guys are acting like 15 years is a long time to wait for something. Like, get over yourselves. See, I know they make extensions for skipping sponsorships, but like I don't know, because there are times when I need to do them too. But you guys know me; I only do them for stuff I actually think is decent. That's why one of the 3 scammers that tried to hit me up in the past month, it was a Duolingo scammer. So obviously not the real Duolingo app people, but an impersonator. And he literally wanted me to download an infected screensaver file to my computer and run it and just steal all my active logins. Like, go away. Because I opened it up in a virtual machine and I scanned it with VirusTotal. VirusTotal said it had a very naughty Trojan attached to it. And the virtual machine had like a good 20-30 second hiccup while the Trojan ate up like all the CPU and disappeared. And the sandbox was totally disconnected from the internet. It had no network connectivity whatsoever or shared drives, anything like that. So it was totally isolated. I wasn't worried about that. And then, let's see, it was that. Who was the other 2? One was some AI photo software, but that one I knew was a scam right off the bat. So I played along. They sent me a link, and sure enough, the link had a virus attached to it. But yeah, I think I told them something like, "You're not even trying anymore, dude." It was now I gotta check my Twitter DMs. Oh, sorry, X. Oh, Shopify. I just looked it up. Shopify was the other impersonator trying to steal my stuff. I've played around with scammers on the phone, so I knew not mess around and have a virtual machine at the ready. No, you will never see a BH sponsorship here, ever. Yeah, you're not going to see that on here. Yeah, the third scammer, this third impersonator was just selling some AI software for, like, enhancing photos, and when they told me that, and then they told me the second line was something like, "We really loved your work with photos and videos." It's like, all right, you didn't watch a single one of my videos. Be quiet. You didn't click a single video. Yeah, thanks. I had this one on. That's fine. I'll start spamming more recons. BETTERHELP. It's been so long since I've been a YouTube partner. I see now in the monetization screen they have, I guess they'll try to seek out sponsorship deals for you on your behalf, like right through the monetization tab, which is like pretty cool. I don't expect them all to be like lining up right now, but if they just make it that much easier to have sponsorships come to me, it's awesome. But yeah, it doesn't mean I'm going with whatever one hits up my inbox. Gotta put down that beacon. Yeah, it's that one, that therapy company. Now, see, now I've watched too much King of the Hill. Now I see the initials BH, and I think of Cotton, where he was calling Hank Bad Hank. He was like, well, you burnt my burger, didn't you, BH? Oh, man. I'm that guy with old squid beacons, I'm that annoying player. Gotta win somehow. Well, it's not like camping or something. That's a game show, not actual camping.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. I don't know, I feel like it could be, like, sensitive in the system. I don't know. But you could Google it and just see that they're not very nice. I'll let the first page of Google explain it for me, because it sums it up pretty well. They're just not very reputable, not very nice. And I see some pretty big people accept their sponsorships, and it's like, really, you accepted their sponsorship? Data stealing, really? I feel like I did. I don't know. I shouldn't spread rumors, but maybe I did hear that. I don't know. I've seen these options in Streamlabs. Oh, there's a whole thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm messing about with. YouTube Studios asked me if I wanted to turn on mid-roll ads. I don't really want to turn on mid-roll ads. I'd rather not. Plus, how does a mid-roll stream work when you're streaming? Because that's what it was telling me. It was telling me I could do it for stream, but like, so it would just randomly cut me off sometimes to give you an ad for Drano? Like, I don't understand. And how would I know when it's about to do it as well? Like, what if I'm about to tell like an important story? Like, all right, I'm gonna tell you guys the story I've never told you before, and here it is. Bye, Drano. And then I come back and I'm like, all right, that was the story. I'm only gonna tell once. Wasn't that a great story, everybody? You know, if something like that happens. You can choose how often mid-roll ads appear. Is that how I feel about him? Yeah, you can rewind the stream, but I don't know. But people just, I'm sure some people just have the stream playing in the background for like background noise. He's not getting a wheel if he's gonna keep being obnoxious. I've tried so many different things tonight, and he's being so noisy in that wheel. It's Frank the Gerbil, by the way.
For every journey.
No, he's taking a break from the wheel because he's already emptied his water bottle like a dork.
Yep.
Which I'm gonna have to fill that tonight. And then,
I'll leave that for you.
yeah, and then, his wheel, he makes it wobble, and it wobbles in the cage, and then it makes a loud thumping like dum 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 dum. I swear he is. He wants attention. I know he doesn't need food. I gave him food recently.
And he even has a box to shred. Cardboard.
Okay. Actually,
Angry jumping.
is Donkey Kong's redesign real? I thought that was like a meme.
Later.
They might have redesigned Donkey Kong.
Meme later.
Now, like, I know in the Switch 2 trailer, the one that showed what we now know to probably be Mario Kart 9. It showed a different Donkey Kong than we're used to. He had a face more like the arcade games from the 80s. So it's like, are they redesigning him? But in Mario Kart 9, yeah, but they didn't make it like official, like across the board, like, right? They didn't make an announcement and saying like, attention everyone, this is how Donkey Kong looks now. Goodbye. And then they just walk off the podium. I don't think they did that. Hello there, Mr. James. No, actually, the original Donkey Kong is in the Donkey Kong Country games. He's just Cranky Kong. DK Jr. from the arcades is the Donkey Kong we know today. Diddy's not Donkey Kong Jr. Diddy's his own thing. Right, we got a game with Baby Mario in it, and we also have a game with Baby Donkey Kong in it. Although he was also in Super Mario Kart. That's a really angry Durgle. Oh yeah, he's cursing at me in dribble, please. You know over there. Like Meredith said in the office, little Miss Thing wants attention. Frank, I'll give you your wheel back after the stream. Can you like take a nap or something? I'm that guy in the enemy spawn. How do you think Luigi feels? That's a whole new meaning to that meme where it's Luigi in Mario Kart and he's driving past an opponent and he looks really, really mad. That meme has so much depth to it now. If you didn't see my beacon. Boop. Peekaboo. Down to that meme juice. Sorry, I was just checking out the different settings in YouTube Studio for streaming. No, technically it's not the real meme juice, it's zero sugar starry soda. Well, someone said, this is probably really random and out of nowhere, but I just want to say thank you for being with us for this long. Your channel is one of the things that kept me sane during a rough childhood. Jeez. Thank you. Sorry you had to experience that, but it's crazy how many people like my channel has affected in some way. Oh, what did you miss? Oh, the news. Yeah, for those that missed it, the big news is we are monetized again. After 15 years. I don't know why it was 15 years or why it happened in the first place, but we're back. YouTube Partnership Program randomly let me put in an application again. So I was like, alright, I did it. And it had some delay. I had to contact YouTube support, but there was a back-end glitch unrelated to that whole thing. But yeah, I seem to be partnered again. Yeah, until they turn it off. But, and I already said too, it's not about the ad revenue, because I know the ad revenue would be almost non-existent, right? It's about the principle, like it's being able to say like the channel's back, right? After all this time, yeah, it's like we're back. We can have mid-rolls and super chats just like every other YouTuber. Oh, yeah, that's one thing we talked about in the stream earlier as well. About the fact that that's awful. The content of this channel never changed. Like, I really think I should get some sort of trophy for the most consistent YouTuber, but not in terms of my upload schedule, but the fact that I've uploaded consistently similar content for almost 20 years now. Doesn't that get me something? I'm like the Simpsons of YouTube. Actually, no, it's a bad example because the Simpsons got worse as they got older. Actually, that fits my channel too. way, Splatoon 3 had a rematch in Splatfest. Which chocolate is the best? Dark, milk, or white chocolate? White chocolate won again in the rematch. That's not even real chocolate. It's not even real chocolate. I don't even want to hear it. Like, what are we gonna call milk chocolate next? Dark vanilla? No, we will always be one camera angle, two if we really need it. If I don't know, but one always. We're not gonna do eight. We're not gonna do 8 camera angles. We're not gonna do a studio. We're not gonna unbox Ferrari phones. You know, real Ferrari phones, not the one I did. Peekaboo. Can I try it again? Such a jerk. Oh my god. Oh no, they finally got me. Splatoon 2, getting Splatoon 2 nowadays, I don't know. I hear there's not a lot of people in the lobby compared to what it used to be. Which, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Uh-oh. No, you don't, no, you don't, no, you don't. Come back. Jerk. Somebody would like to know if this is pre-recorded. What wouldn't you like to know? Put that at your question. No. Oh, someone else just hopped in too. Sorry, they were asking what the big news was. The big news is we are monetized again. After 15 years, we are now a YouTube partner once more, even though I don't know what happened to us the first time. We are back here now. So we actually have stuff like ad revenue. It's pennies, but it's the principle of it. Yeah, there's felons that get less time than what I got. Like, oh, yeah, how long were you in the YouTube clink? Yes, I'm thinking I'm gonna get like an inflatable pool, fill it up with like I don't know, like $200 worth of pennies, and just swim in it. Surely that'll keep my monetization going.
If you swim in a pool of pennies, I will record that and we'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah, surely that'll keep my monetization going. Well, I've seen people monetize on YouTube do grosser things than that. I think it'd be grosser to swim in a pool of dollar bills. Oh, and the pool, I'm going to put a big sign on it, sloppily hand-painted. And it's going to cover at least one side of the circular pool. It's just going to say, YouTube's money. I won't even write out YouTube. I'll write out like YT_S money. Oh no, Tandem, you didn't miss the big news. That was it. Actually, you were just in time for it in that case. Stupid fellow. So these turf wars are basically at the end of the 3-minute match, whichever side has inked more at the end of 3 minutes wins. So far, it doesn't look like we are going to be the winners. It's still pretty close. The way I did one of those big jumps just now to the middle of the map, and beacons I just put down here. Someone else, including myself, could super jump to one of those beacons, because normally you can only do it to another teammate. So yeah, I can select on the map and well, it was worth it. Yeah, most of you know, I never wanted to really bring the website back in its previous functionality. I just wanted the domain back so it wasn't redirecting to shady websites anymore. The Bowser getting slimed on Nickelodeon. For some reason, that sounds familiar. You know what's funny? I just modded my GBA SP, my classic NES edition. I modded it with an IPS screen that I got off Amazon. And boy, does it make a difference. Really kills the battery faster than the original screen, though, that's for sure. But it has built-in settings, like you could change the scan lines, you can put different filtering options, and it looks really accurate to a real Game Boy screen. It looks amazing. So replace the frontlit one that was on there. Yep, it's that GBA. It's that very same one. Diego the artist, the way that last message read, it sounded like it was gonna be like an ad, uh, like a. If I was doing a tangent of a sponsorship in a video, I'd be like, I take it. I get it. Making a website is hard these days, and that's why we've partnered up with Squarespace for this video. This stream is not sponsored by Squarespace. Um, yeah, but I've heard that line plenty of times. Like, it's gotten to the point now where if I'm watching or listening to a video, and I just hear the words, make a website, I'm always like, oh, here we go. Bring on Squarespace. Uh-oh. It's like, none of the videos I watched would bring that up organically unless it was a sponsorship. Definitely get the IPS screen for your Game Boy Advance SP if you can. Huge quality difference. The colors, they pop out like they do on the Game Boy Micro screen, but it's not that teeny tiny screen size. Oh, Frank was asking about the, not or Gerbil Frank, someone in the chat named Frank. They're asking the big news. They must have just stopped in. We are YouTube partners once again. Don't know why we lost it in the first place, but we're back. After 15 years, that's it. You know, only 15 years. We now get ad revenue. After shopping all the websites like AliExpress, Temu, all those for different knockoffs, I come to the conclusion that they all pretty much have the same knockoffs. Um, you know, the stock cycles a little bit, but for the most part, they're all kind of just the same deal, really. But you know, if you haven't checked it out before and you think some of the random stuff I've reviewed is worth having in a collection, then yeah, you might want to check them out. Not sponsored. Someone mentioned the website Deal Extreme. Wow, I forgot about that website until you said it. Oh, proprietary means like it's unique to that thing. So, like if a device has a proprietary cable to charge it with, that means they use a cable that's unique to it and makes it for the user a pain in the butt because if that cable breaks, now you got to find that specific cable instead of just using something generic. Honestly, I think I said that word a lot in my videos because a lot of the videos I watch of the time of the same categories, like cell phones, they use that word a lot too. So I think I just kind of picked up on that. I remember working at Radio Shack, the iGo brand of chargers. The idea was that you buy one charger and then you just buy the different tips and swap out the tips for different things. So I still remember A32 was mini USB, A97 was micro USB. I believe A00 was the really skinny Nokia barrel plug, I think. What else? I think 110 was a 30-pin Apple cable. Remember when the Soldier game was the thing? Soldier Boy with his handheld? I can't believe that was the thing. Did Radio Shack sell radio? When I was there, they did. CD, FM. Yeah, they sold radio, shortwave. It's been so long, but when I last worked at Radio Shack, they still had their own dedicated aisle just for home phones. Now home phones are like, you go to the electronics section in Walmart and they're in that dusty corner kind of tucked away next to the old printer ink from 15 years ago that nobody's going to buy. I think Stacker arcade machines are still out there, like, you know, legacy format, but I don't know if they're still produced. I think the game Stacker could be much profitable now, because I think by now everybody knows how the game works. So, you know, if it's rigged, it's not going to pay out. Oh yeah, I've replaced batteries and cartridges before. You desolder them and solder a new one in with the tabs already riveted in. I remember one time I installed one backwards and I was trying to figure out why it wasn't saving my dang game. And then I opened it and I'm like, oh, it's because I put the battery in backwards. But that was actually, I remember that was still savable because I desoldered it, flipped it around and resoldered it, and it worked fine. It saved the game after that. So I was tasting bottled water. Rumor has it you have a Neo Geo video coming 2020. When did I get a Neo Geo? No, I've never been to Japan, but it would be cool to go. I remember seeing Neo Geo arcade cabinets as a kid, and now that I understand them more as an adult, you know, on paper they're a great idea. The fact that, like, yeah, arcade cabinets have always had upgrade kits available for them if you want to change the game that's in it. But Neo Geo, they were the ones that made it easy for arcade owners. It was like you swap out one cartridge, you swap out a label art or two on your cabinet, and bam, you have an entirely new arcade game. You don't have to buy a whole new cabinet. You just bought a cartridge and maybe a marquee. I'm thinking like the arcade cabinets, but yeah, the home console. Oh yeah, because the home console was literally an arcade cabinet in your house. That's why it was so expensive. The flippin' the cartridges had 2 PCBs in them. he can wait. So he had that big honkin' wet food, and he's still. Maybe we'll try going back to Salmon Run after this. See if we can finish off the stream with King Salmonid before we wrap it up for the evening. Oh my god. Those of you that don't know what E-Bombs World is, God, you're making me feel good. I was there at E-Bombs World for all the controversies too, like when they were stealing content from other websites and not crediting them. Like they were going out of their way to remove the original author from the credits of certain pieces of work, like flash animations and stuff. It was this whole thing. And then there were like music videos made that music flash videos that were songs written to talk smack about E-Bombs World. It was the whole thing, man. The 2000s were something. Guys, I'm not even kidding. I still remember some of the songs. There's like, from something awful on to Fark with his trusty watermark. Because they would put the E-Bombs World watermark on like the bottom of stolen content to make it look original. Something, ebombsworld.com. It wasn't fair to those from whom he stole, but did he care? No, not one bit. And then he had the blanks to sell some ads. What a piece of blank. Oh, Eric. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. I remember the song. Am I that old? Am I the only one here that's old enough to like that was there and remembers that? Oldness. Stupid videos. I remember that was the website where when stuff got uploaded there, they had a tiny little intro song, a little tiny snippet of a song played at the beginning, and it was a little jingle for the website, like stupid videos. Back when you had to choose what media player you wanted to use. Excuse me. Where was that King Salmon? Nope. I've been in the cannon. Almost perfect shot. One true. I don't think I remember that. You want to talk about old? I remember when you wanted to go on the internet, you had to make sure someone else wasn't on the phone first. I'm not talking about mobile hotspot either. I'm talking someone on the phone being the phone on the wall in your grandma's kitchen. That phone. The one where it actually rings. When it rings, it's actually a mechanical ringer, a bell going like ding. Yeah, that phone. you're over at Grandma's house and Grandma's on the phone talking to Aunt Bessie, well, guess what? You're gonna have to wait till Grandma's on the phone with Aunt Bessie because, well, Aunt Bessie, she lives in another country now, and these phone calls can run a long time since they don't see each other in person. And you're gonna have to wait to go on the internet. Imagine that. If you weren't there, just imagine that. You can't go on the internet right now because someone's having a phone conversation because the internet has to go through the phone. I remember, this is back in the day when your home phone was actually used, alright? So if you were on the computer hogging up the internet, it was noticed, because people were like, get off the internet, I want to use the phone. Or maybe someone wouldn't even check with you, they would just go ahead and pick up the phone and start dialing a number, and that would screw up the connection the modem had with the server, and then you'd get knocked off the internet. But sometimes, if they hung up quick enough, it would recover and you wouldn't get knocked off, but most times you'd have to call back and get reconnected. Oh, I figured just in case, let me explain the telephone thing, because remember, we're in the year 2025 now. We're in the age where we have people among us that are young enough to look at a save icon, or no, to look at a floppy disk and be like, why does that look like a 3D printed save icon? Bruh, that's a floppy disk. It holds data. Not a lot of data. Not even 1.5 megabytes. Well, not unless it's one of the high-density Mac drives. They hold 1.6 megabytes. But the point is, 1.44 megs was the standard.
I remember I might need to ride home after school, in which case you couldn't use your cell phone because they didn't exist yet. So I had to go down to the main office of the school, ask if I could use the landline telephone, and call home. But first, that morning, I would have had to tell my dad, for example, hey Dad, I might be staying late, so I might be calling you to come pick me up. So make sure you're not on the computer so that you can get my call.
I remember too, if you did have to use the office phone to call somebody, first of all, you were nervous because, I don't know, maybe you were a digit off, at least I was sometimes, remembering your parents' phone number. But then, you're already a nervous kid, and the person at the desk is like, oh, it's really easy to call an outside number. Just dial 9, then 1, then 365, then 420, then 69, and then the phone number 3 times. And it always felt crazy complicated. It's like, I just want my mom. Can you just dial my mom?
And then, the one time my dad, forgot to get off the computer, so then he's on the computer and he just gets,
oh,
sound.
God.
Yeah, so, oh, great, Dad's on the computer. So then, of course, I have to, try to call again. My dad's on the internet.
I didn't know I was still logged in. I was looking at Sears. I could hear it in my head. That kitty cylinder. And go away. That blaster noise is satisfying. Ching. Ching. Wow, that was a lucky shot. We'll use them. We'll let it get wasted. Oh, Delta, I saw your message about farming bronze scales. That's an interesting idea, but would it only get you the bronze? The Megalodonte, I could barely clear him sometimes. I know, I always felt nervous when, the adult sitting at the desk was telling me, just to type in all these digits to make the phone work. It's like, I remember thinking, at home, I don't have to put in all these scary numbers. I can just dial the number. Oh, I want my mom. we did not have a good start to this match. That is for sure. Oh yeah, perfect position to get into this. Gotta respect that from the girl from down the road. Yeah, those are girls. Hashtag loophole, right? Yeah, this is. Just give me my pity scales now. Yeah, a Megalodontia on this map, a high tide. Yeah, I'll take the pity scales, thank you. Yeah, the important thing is we tried as a team. Hey, how many did we get? Hey, you know, we got a silver. It's fine. Just gonna go collect my bounty. What we got? What we got? Oop. These are the work uniforms I have so far. I like this heavy duty one. That was from. What was that from? Oh, that was from the Grand Festival when there was the. What was it? The big run right before the Grand Festival, and we all got these outfits. It's pretty cool. All right, well, that'll do it for tonight's stream. But yeah, what an awesome bit of news, right? YouTube likes us enough to let us be monetized again. So there we go. Trying to solve my hour. That's right. I forgot. It did try. It tried to auto run something. I think I threw that out a long time ago because I didn't trust the battery at a certain point because it was already an unmarked, unlabeled battery and been sitting around for a while. I'm like, I don't really trust it. I'm just gonna throw this out. So yeah, thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys for listening to this amazing news after 15 years. And let's see, I should have a new video posted by the end of the month for sure. As usual, it goes on Patreon first. You guys know the drill by now, but anybody who pays on Patreon gets stuff for free. Gets stuff for free. Let me reword that. Anybody who gives anything to Patreon gets videos early. Used to be only some people got early access. Now everybody gets early access. Um, yeah, the big news is that we're finally monetized again because I don't know. Just YouTube decided they like me again. Don't really know why. And I swear this isn't some Doctor Disrespect type of scenario where he's like, "Oh, I don't know, but I'm saying I don't know because there's lawyers involved." There's no lawyers involved. There's no scandal here. There's no, literally nothing. Whatever it is, I honestly don't know what it is because YouTube never told me. Well, other than invalid click activity, but that's all. That's all the info I have, and it's at this point probably all the info I'll ever have. But I guess that's in the past now, unless I don't know. Fingers crossed, everybody. All right. Well, you guys have a good night, and see you.